You can add key values to a dictionary, remove key values simply, and also you can get a list of keys and values for a given dictionary. Let's quickly take a look at these specific operations. Say I have a dictionary called book, title, author, and I simply want to add another piece of information, which basically is the key value year for this specific, let's say, entry, let's say 1949. Now if it has to be this format obviously, and then if I print the dictionary after this update, you will see that now I have a key value pair which is year 1949. The only thing is that this way you only adds one key value here at a time. If you want to add multiple, there is this method called update, and you can actually update your dictionary with multiple key value pairs. Let's start with a new example, or fresh. Let's use this dictionary, name and age, with these two key in the dictionary. And let's say I want to update this dictionary and just want to do update, and let's say I want to add city and job to this dictionary. So I will say update, add these key value pairs, city, London, job, engineer. So if I print the dictionary after this update, you will see that I have my original dictionary, name, age. I updated that. Now in my final version, I have all these key values in my dictionary. So this is for adding multiple key value pairs at once. All right. You can remove key value pairs, obviously. The simplest way would be just to use the function del, standing for delete, right? So if I have a dictionary in this form with key values, and I say, well, del fruit, and let's say I want to remove the key value taste, and then if you look at my dictionary, we'll see that let me press a few enters so it's clear a little more there. Now you will see my original dictionary had taste as sweet, while once I deleted that, it's not there. Now if you remember, the same way that we were deleting, we had two approaches for deleting items from a list. One was deleting the item, and the other one was deleting the item and keeping the item as a record, or we could just put it in a new variable. We can kind of do the same thing with key value in a dictionary. We can use the same method, pop, that we use for a list. And if I have a dictionary this form, and let's say I want to remove car.pop key value model. Now this will remove it, but it also returns the removed value. So if I say removed value, make it equal to this, then I can get print car. We'll take a look at the updated dictionary, and we'll take a look at the removed value. So we select these, shift enter, maybe a little bit more room there. So this is my original dictionary. All right, I'm removing, popping the key value model. Now if I print the dictionary, well, obviously that key value is gone, and the printed removed value shows me that removed value is the value corresponding to the key that we deleted. Right, so we deleted key value, but we kept the record of the value we deleted from the dictionary. Last but not the least is we can get the list of keys and values, and these will be very handy. You will see that this happens a lot in codes, especially when we want to iterate through a dictionary using a for loop. Now let's say I have this dictionary and I say dot, and the method is keys, and let me print that. So this simply prints all the keys in this dictionary, right? So I have name and age, so it returns a list looking output that includes the keys. The same way you can get person and then values, and you can get only the values. So now I'm getting Eve 28. And finally we have the method items, and the method items returns everything in pairs. It returns keys, right, name, age, and values. The difference is that now they are coming in the form of tuples, right? So I get the first tuple. So I have my list. Look at the structure. I have my list. Within that list I have the first tuple, which is the first key value pair. I get the second tuple, which is the second key value pair, and if I had more key values I would have just seen those. Now I know I haven't talked about for loops, so I'll come back to this once we start talking about for loop and for loops, and how this becomes very handy when you want to iterate over a dictionary and get keys and values for a specific application. The last thing that I want to talk about in dictionaries is just using the method length or function length. If I have a simple dictionary like this, I can just use the method length. Just want to point this out because when you use method or function length on a dictionary, it returns the number of key value pairs. So if I have two key value pair, that will be the length of the dictionary. Don't expect this function to return the total length of keys and values. Let's say instead of 2 you get 4. You always get the number of key value pairs. In a dictionary, basically a key, a value doesn't exist without a key, and a key doesn't exist without the value, right? So we always talk about key value pair when we talk about dictionaries. Now the last thing is key value type, if you want to put it under that category. Let's say I have a dictionary. I'll just call it dictionary. I can simply so far you saw almost always my keys were strings, whereas that's not necessarily the case all the time. You can just have almost anything as your keys. There are a few exceptions. I can just say, well, the first key value, my key 0, my value is just a list. The second one, my key is string, and my value is a tuple, right? The third one, let's say my list, my key is a number, and my value is another dictionary, right? Let's say st1, and then 1 2 3, st2, and then 4 5 6, right? Then print. Let's see what we get when we try this. All right. So now you see that this is the key, this is the value, this is the key, this is the value, and this is the key, and this is the value. And the same way you can, you were doing that before, you can still refer to a specific value by the key, right? So the key, yes. So the key 0, the value for the key 0 is this list. Right? So as you can see, it's pretty flexible when we're working with dictionaries, and dictionaries are very, very practical types of data structures that you will see around, especially when we start looking at more complicated forms of data that we are working with.